Hello students, welcome to Shorup's classes. So in today's video we'll solve a few questions from MA Economics 2014 entrance exam question paper from Hyderabad Central University. So in today's lecture first we'll start with the question number 62. So the question number 62 goes like this: average score for a biology test is given by 77 and standard deviation is 8. Now, which percent base represent the probability that any student scored between 61 to 93 on the test? So, the average score for a biology test is given by 77. So, we will write down the average score for biology is given by 77 and the standard deviation is given by 8. So, now which percent base represent the probability that any one student scored between 61 to 93 on the test? So, for this first we have to write down the given facts or the given things in the question. So question number 62, it is given mu is equals to 77 and sigma is equals to 8. So it is given mu is equals to 77, sigma is equals to 8. Now probability is 61. So x belongs to 61 to 93 is equals to probability x is less than 93 minus probability x less than 61. So now if you solve this, we'll get, if you can also write it as probability z1 less than 93 minus 77 by 8. So what you do, this minus mu by sigma minus probability x minus 63, you can write it as z2 less than 61 minus 72 by 8. So from here what you can do is probability z1 is less than 2 minus probability z2 is less than minus 2. Now we'll simply put it in a diagram which will look like this. So in this diagram here we have z2 equals to minus 2, here we have z1 equals to 2. We'll name it a1 and we'll name it a2. So now a1 is given by equals to 0.9773 and a2 is given by 1 minus 0.9773, which is equals to 0.0227. Now what we can do is we will simply find the probability, which is this, that is 61 to x, or say instead of here we will write it here, probability 61x less than 93, which is equals to 0.9773 minus 0.0227. So whose value will be equals to 0.9546, so which is 95%. So I want you to go through this question once before we proceed further with the answer, final answer in the question. So I am expecting you guys have gone through it once. I will directly go to the question. So it was question number 62. So for here the right answer is option B, that is 95%. So for question number 62 we have found the right option to be option B, that is 95%. So now we'll go to the question number 63, which is stated that the simple probability of an occurrence of an event is called what? The simple probability of an occurrence of an event is called as Bayesian probability. So you must remember this, a simple probability of an occurrence of an event is called Bayesian probability. So option A is the right answer for question number 63. Now we'll go to question number 64. In this case, in case of open open-end classes, and an appropriate measure of depression to be used is, four options are given: range, quartile deviation, absolute deviation, standard deviation. In an open class and class, we know the right answer is quartile deviation. So for an open-end classes, an appropriate measure of depression is quartile deviation. So for 64, the right answer is B. Now we'll go to the next question, which is question number 65. So in question number 65, it is given that is the cumulative percentage of a frequency table have little or no meaning for something data. So cumulative percentage of a frequency table have no meaning for nominal data. So the answer would be nominal data. So right answer is option A, that is for question number 65. We know that cumulative percentage of a frequency table have little or no meaning for nominal data. Now we'll go to question number 66. So in question number 66, it is given average wages of workers of a factory are 550.00 per month and standard deviation of wages is 110. Now the coefficient variance is given by, we have to find out the coefficient of variance. So I'll write down the formula for coefficient of variance, which is CV equals to sigma by x bar. So the formula for coefficient of variance is given by sigma by x bar. So here sigma is given by 110 and the average wage is given by 550. So we'll write 110 divided by 550. So now if you solve it, you will get the value to be 1 by 5. So now we have to find it in terms of percentage. So basically 1 by 5%, which is 1 by 5 into 100. So 20%. So we get the value is 20%. So for question number 66, the right answer is option D. You can see the CV is equals to sigma by x bar. So now we have just simply put the value here and we have found it to be 20%. So now we'll go to the next question for this video. The question is exponential smoothing. Four options are given. A method to use number exponents to smooth the time series, one of the forecasting methods, a method of testing linearity, and none of the above. So out of these four, we know that option A is the right answer. That is, an exponential smoothing is a method to use number exponents to smooth the time series. So for question number 67, right answer is option A. So now I'll come to the question number. So now we'll come to question number 68. So in question number 68, it is given consumer price index, which is CPI, falls in the category of, four options are given. So a simplex index, an aggregate index, an inflation index. So out of these three, we know the right answer is option C, that is CPI is an inflation index. So for question number 68, the right answer is option C. So now we'll come to question number 60. So now we have come to the last question for this video. So the question is given by, a pair of dice is thrown. Find the probability of obtaining a sum of 8 or getting an even number of both the dice. So for this, what we have to do, we have to write down for any outcome of the first die, there are 6 possible outcomes. So there are basically 6 possible outcomes for the second one. Now therefore there are 6 into 6, 36 possible outcomes. So there are 36 possible outcomes. Now, of these outcomes, the one for which a plus b equals to r8, for these outcomes, I'll take another page. For which a plus b equals to 8 are 2 plus 6, 3 plus 5, 4 plus 4, 5 plus 3, 6 plus 2, or 5 outcomes. Now, if you do this, then we'll get the value to be probability sum of 8 equals to 5 by 36. So we have found probability of sum of 8 is equals to 5 by 36. Now, the probability of selling even number, so probability of getting even number on both dice is given by 3 by 6 into 3 by 6, which is 9 by 36. Now how do we find it? For this we can simply find 2, 2. There are various possibilities that we can get, either 2, 4, or say 2, 6, or say 4, 2, or say 4, 4, or say 4, 6, 6, 2, say 6, 4, say 6, 6. Now the probability of sum of 8 intersection getting even number on both dice is equals to 3 by 36, which is 2, 6, 4, 4, 6, 2. So far we have all these combinations. Now what we have to do is we'll simply write down the probability of sum of 8 intersection getting even number on each side. This is equals to probability sum of 8 plus probability getting even number minus probability sum of 8 intersection getting even number. So from here we can find the value to be equals to 5 by 36 plus 9 by 36 minus 3 by 36. Now if you solve it, you will get the value to be equals to 11 by 36. So now if you go to the question again, so in question there were 4 options, out of which the right option is option A, that is 11 by 36. So in today's video we solved a couple of questions. Say for an example, we started with question number 62, for which we found the answer to be B. Then we went to question number 63, for which we found the answer to be A. Then we went to 64, for which we found it to be B. For 65 we found it to be A. For 66 we found it to be D. For 67 we found it to be A. For 68 we found it to be C. And finally 69 we found it to be A. So in today's video we solved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions from Hyderabad Central University MA Economics 2014 paper. In the subsequent videos we'll solve other questions from the same university or from the same paper. So keep watching this video. If you have any query or doubt or suggestion regarding this video, you can simply WhatsApp me on this number, which is 9836 793076, or you can also go to our website, which is www.shauravsirsclasses.com. There you will find a lot of other videos like this, and you will also get to see a lot of other materials which are needed for different entrance exam regarding economics. So thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day ahead.